Hi everyone, Melody from Learning in Progress here, and I'm here to show you how to use the resource Virtual Valentines Distribution. Now, the purpose of this resource is to allow your students to share digital Valentines electronically. The beauty of it is it requires very little prep from the teacher. There are 3 steps to using this resource. First, you're going to assign student numbers and student slides. Then you'll have your students choose their Valentines and drop them in to the digital Valentines boxes. And last, you're going to share an individual Google slide with each of your students so that they have access to all the beautiful Valentines from their peers. Let me show you and walk you through each of these steps. The first step to using this resource is to assign student numbers and student slides. Now, if you regularly give out student numbers in your classroom, you may not need the second slide, but I wanted to provide it just in case you don't use student numbers. This will allow you to keep track of which slides are assigned to which student. So all you're going to do is make sure that each one of these student numbers has an assigned student in your class. This resource is designed for up to 30 students, so feel free to use as many of those slots as you need. Once your students have numbers, you are then going to simply type in that student name to each one of these slides. Student 1, Student 2, Student 3. So all you have to do is type them in. The second step, once you've assigned those student numbers and slides, the second step is simply to share this Google slide with all of your class. Now, I recommend doing this in small groups. So if you're a virtual teacher and you use breakout rooms in your Zoom meetings, for instance, this might be one of the breakout rooms where those students in that breakout room work on this before doing some independent work. Now, that's up to you. But basically, you're going to share this same Google Slides with your whole class so that they can all choose one of these Valentines for every student. Students will take turns to choose a Valentine for every one of their peers. They will choose a Valentine, type a small note, perhaps who it's from, and then simply drop it into this digital box. And I've included the directions here to remind you and your students what to do. Let me walk you through. I created a sample here so I can show you. And I'm going to call this sample Learning in Progress. And this will be my Valentine box. For instance, let's pretend that it's Johnny's turn to distribute his Valentines. So when he comes to my slide, he's going to decide which Valentine he thinks I'll like. And he's going to go ahead and choose this one. And he's going to type from Johnny. Once he has typed and edited his Valentine, he's going to simply drop it into my Valentine's box. Then he's going to go to the next slide and choose a Valentine for that student. After Johnny's finished, then maybe someone else or a couple more students are going to come on and they're also going to do the same. So now it's Susie's turn, and Susie wants to give me a rose Valentine. And maybe Susie wants to type, "Thanks for being my friend." I'm going to move it up. Maybe I want to even make the text a little smaller. I'm going to put "Love, Susie." Once she's done, she is also going to drop her Valentine into the box. Then maybe April wants to write me a special message instead of using a pre-made Valentine. Be my Valentine. of April. So now she's ready to also drop it in. So you're going to have your students all choose a Valentine for each of your kids. And once they've gone through that process, you're now ready for step 3. Every student has a separate Google Slides, and all you have to do is update each slide. It will take you probably 3 minutes or so. So there's a folder that says individual student slides. So you're going to go ahead and open up each Google Slides for your individual students. And once you do, all you have to do is click on this update. So go ahead and click on each update, and you will see that it will automatically link to your original class Valentine's Google Slides. Now all your students have to do is click on the directions or the arrow, whatever's easiest for them, and click on delete. They will then have all of their Valentines from their peers. Now, last tidbit, if you don't want your students to have access to all these Valentines on the side, all you would have to do is go through, highlight, and then simply delete them. But that's up to you. Thanks for watching. I truly hope that this resource and this video will help you and your students have a wonderful Valentine's Day. Bye, everyone.